Title: Enchanted in New York. The first snow of the season dusted the sidewalks of Manhattan as Ella stepped out of the cab in front of the historic ballroom at the Plaza Hotel. She hadn't planned on attending the winter charity gala. These events weren't her thing, but her best friend Olivia had insisted. Come on, she'd said, you might meet someone magical. Ella laughed then, brushing off the idea. She was a realist, a graphic designer, not the type to believe in fairy tales. But as she stepped inside and saw the grand chandeliers shimmering above and the room twinkling like a dream, something shifted. She was halfway through a glass of champagne when she saw him. He stood by the far window, dressed in a classic black tuxedo, hair tousled in that perfect accidental way. He looked like he didn't belong there either, like he'd rather be anywhere else. Their eyes met, and he smiled, shy, genuine. Ella's breath caught. Hi, he said a few minutes later, when he approached her by the dessert table. I'm James. Ella, she replied, and suddenly the room didn't feel so loud. They talked. First about small things, music, how they both hated loud parties. Then deeper, her love for illustration, his passion for vintage books. Every time he laughed, it felt like a song she knew but had never heard before. The kind that lingers in your heart. It wasn't love at first sight. It was something gentler, something that made her feel like the world had gone still. Like the air between them held an unspoken promise. She wasn't sure how much time passed. Could have been 10 minutes or 2 hours. But she was completely, utterly enchanted. As the night ended, Ella glanced at the old clock above the grand staircase. Midnight. James checked his watch and looked sheepish. I have to catch a train back to Boston. You're not from here? She asked, her heart sinking a little. No, just in town for the gala. Work sent me. I didn't expect to meet someone like you. She smiled, but inside, she felt a pang. Something this perfect never stayed. I'd like to see you again, he said, pulling out his phone. If you want to. Ella hesitated, not because she didn't want to, but because nights like this didn't feel real in the morning. Still, she gave him her number. He kissed her hand, a little old-fashioned, a little awkward, and disappeared into the New York night. Days passed. Then weeks. No call. No message. She told herself it was just one night. One magical, impossible night. And yet, every time her phone buzzed, her heart leapt in hope. Winter turned to spring. And then, on an ordinary Tuesday morning, while Ella sipped coffee at her usual spot in Central Park, someone tapped her shoulder. She turned, and it was him. I never stopped thinking about you, James said. I lost my phone on the train that night. I've been searching for you ever since. Ella blinked, speechless. He continued, I remembered you said you sketched by the park sometimes. I hoped I'd find you here. And somehow, against all odds, he did. Ella laughed, tears prickling her eyes. I thought you forgot me. I could never, he said softly. You were the best part of that night. You were enchanted. And in that moment, beneath the budding cherry blossoms, Ella believed in magic. Not the fairy tale kind with castles and dragons, but the kind where two strangers meet by chance and never feel like strangers.